What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. We're anticipating an update, and today we got some leaks regarding this update. As you can see, it's saying that the March update is from the 20th through the 24th. What this tells me is that in about a week or so, we should be anticipating some official patch notes from Blizzard regarding any of the update information that we're seeing here. Again, this is all leaked information. It's not from an official source. With that said, some of the details right here that we are seeing are from a source that we've seen before that have been on point. So let's dive into the details. It just basically listed out here. We already know that a lot of this has to do with Battlegrounds because we have heard the new Battlegrounds map is going to be coming soon, which is excitement for many. Number one, new Battlegrounds mode will be introduced. This will replace the current Battlegrounds within 2 months after introduction. Now, my thought is here, replace it? Does that mean that we're going to be getting rid of completely the normal Battlegrounds that we're used to, or is it going to be on a rotation? Just a couple of points regarding this Battlegrounds. The map is larger than the current Battleground map, which is actually kind of crazy to me because I think that the map currently is pretty big. Roshan-like boss in the middle rewards buff to killing team. So it looks like there's going to be some type of a boss fight that goes on in the middle of the map. Now you have to take down the little spire statues, but here looks like there's going to be a boss that you have to take down. So this may have some element of a PvE VP mode to it. No more attacker or defending. Statue distance and mechanics are same for both teams. So I actually love this. We all know that some people like being an attacker, some people like being a defender. I will always prefer to be an attacker over a defender. I think most people are in the same boat as me there. So it's nice that this is a bit more of an even playing field. When you have an attacker defender status or gameplay mode that relies on either attacking or defending, there's going to be an advantage in one direction or the other based off of the tasks that you need to do. So I'm happy that this is going to be gone and it's now just going to be, better combat. Will remain 8v8 despite the larger map. So we're not going to be getting any more people being able to be introduced inside of here, which in my opinion is fine. High ATK fountain prevents spawn camping, which is nice too. We all know that you could just kind of sit on an area inside of the map right now at the choke points and you could spawn camp, take people out as they respawn. So it's nice that that's going to be there as well, because spawn camping, well, it can be fun when you want to rack up kills, but it's never the best when you're the person on the other end of that. Okay. Outdoor PK PvP area that was leaked last December. So this is some type of a PvP area inside of the open world of the game. Now we do have some small areas of this now, but this seems to be a little bit of a different take on it. Overworld PK and clan occupation gameplay introduction. We are introducing a new player versus player gameplay mode that includes outdoor combat, PK, and clan occupation battles. The goal of this test is to evaluate player enjoyment and assess how well players can engage with this mode. Now, I like this. I think that it's really fun that there's going to be some type of an outdoor PvP area that you can choose to engage with if you want to. Now, no, I don't think this should be anywhere inside of the map where you're out doing bounties and you're getting slayed by people that are in the zone. I think it needs to be its own separate area, which I'm sure it will be, but looking forward to what that's actually going to look like. It is going to be something that's a little bit different, and well, that's always going to be welcome in my opinion. Now, we have some gameplay overview here. Initiating outdoor combat. So this is going to actually tell us what it looks like to get that combat going. To start a fight in the outdoor setting, players can activate combat mode using either the red item in their backpack or the portrait icon located in the upper left corner of the screen. So it does seem that you're going to have to activate combat, maybe sort of like we do when we're over by the test dummies and you want to try and do a duel, maybe some type of a mechanic in that sense, which is nice so that you're just not blindsided or jumped from behind. Number two, rewards for defeating opponents. Upon defeating other opponents, you can collect the equipment they drop, adding an element of risk reward to each encounter. This is also pretty fun, but the problem is, what I would be worrying about here is we spend all this time putting together our optimal gear, your perfect build. Are you really gonna go into combat in this PvP zone with that perfect gear? if you could actually drop it and lose it. Now, do you lose your gear or do you just drop it so your opponent can gain that gear? I know me personally, I would not wear my top gear into these PvP battles, these open world PvP battles, because I don't want to lose that stuff. We farmed so hard for it. So maybe people will start wearing secondary sets of gear that are maybe not quite as good as their main gear to take to these battles, because man, that would be pretty brutal losing that stuff that we know, especially greens, are so hard to farm. Number 3, combat in the red zone. In designated red zones, combat becomes even more intense. Players automatically enter PK, player kill mode, without the need for red items. Additionally, the equipment drop rate in these zones is significantly higher, making them high stake areas for advanced players. Wow. Okay, so there are going to be zones that you can just walk inside of and you're in a red zone where you don't have to activate this type of combat. That is something you're going to need to be aware of, and hopefully it's clearly identified on the map, because if it's not and you go in there with your best of gear, you get jumped and lose your gear, that would be a really, really bad day for players inside of the zone. I could even say that improper, if someone loses all their stuff inside of here and they're just having a bad day and they're bad on Diablo Immortal, I could see that a quitting point for players losing their entire build. Number 4, flag occupation mechanics. During gameplay, capturing flags allows players to accumulate power, a resource that serves as a starting source for clan wars. This creates an ongoing incentive for strategic play in the outdoor PK environment. Accumulating power, a resource that serves as a starting score for clan wars. So it looks like you could potentially get some jump start with clan wars with the power that you're earning from this flag occupation mechanic. Number 5, scoring in clan wars. Clan wars are centered around 2 primary activities: capturing points by occupying key areas on the map, your clan earns valuable points, and flag submission. Collecting and turning in flags boosts your clan's power reserves. So it looks like we're getting a good overhaul. I shouldn't say good. Looks like we're getting a big overhaul here to what's going on in Clan Wars right now. We'll see what that looks like. Looking forward to testing it out and seeing how it goes. But man, that can be brutal if you have to go in the open world and potentially lose your gear for it. Next, the accumulated power is used to determine the final standings. Clans that win these wars are rewarded with significant bonuses, including gold coins and experience points, enhancing their progression inside of the game. Okay, so we have a few other changes, 3 through 7. Combat loyalty system revamp. Not sure if this is related to loyalty rewards or an essence revamp. Combat loyalty revamp. I don't know if we're going to be getting an essence revamp. It would be really great if we would. I personally am still trying to farm the final piece of my barbarian build, and I still haven't gotten enough essence turn-ins to get that done. So being able to get more essence would be great, but that is not confirmed. Number 4, new legendary gems. All right, a 5-star, a 2-star, a 1-star. That's basically a norm that we get whenever we get new stuff inside of the game. New updates, new legendary gems come alongside of that. Number 5, upgrade cosmetic appearance interface. Okay, so they're going to potentially change what that interface looks like. That's cool. Class balancing, of course, and revamp some of the essences. Interesting things coming to the game. That will be exciting. I don't know what they want to do for a revamp here. Maybe it's becoming a little bit over encumbering with all of the available cosmetics if people have a lot of them. I'm not sure. By the way, this is continuously lit up for me, and it's because of this banner right here, the Horde banner, which is expired. I can't do anything with it. I can't get it to stop lighting up, and it's quite annoying because it's always got that red dot on there for me. Going into the game right now, the events that are going on, Feast of Valenti is still going on until the 12th. So essentially 1 more week from today. Of course, try to complete as many of the tasks as you can, because these chests, as we can claim a reward right there actually. These chests right here, as we've spoken of in previous videos, are extremely valuable, giving you very high combat rating, really solid equipment, with nice magic items as well. Also, of course, Rising Damnation is going on. Really easy here, but make sure you get yourself your Telluric Pearl and your Legendary Crest. I'm going to have you any update information that comes as it drops legit from Blizzard, the developers, and all of that. Today, everything that we heard was a leak, so it's not as detailed as we would like, but we can make some assumptions from all the information that we got here today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe and check out my website, echogaming.io. Some really cool tools coming over there very soon.